So we're going to do a quick if function demo. So just to remind you about the if function, the first thing I'm going to do is begin that function so we can look at the arguments. So the first argument is a logical test. And this is usually where people have trouble making sure that they've got their if function written properly. So I'm going to back out of that and just explain the logical test real quick. The logical test just needs to include one of the logical operators like equals. So if something's equal or greater than or less than or greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and then not equal is just two, the greater than and less than back to back. So these are the logical operators. So most if functions just include a simple statement using one of these logical operators. So I set this up. We can review the some date functions right quick and learn the if function using this simple over 18 calendar that you oftentimes see in a convenience store. So today, so if you just need the date today entered on a spreadsheet, there's a simple function today, and there's no actual input argument. It's just today, and it pulls the current date. And so you're over 18 if you're born before this day, 18 years ago. So I've entered that function to calculate that. And we can do math on date functions because dates are stored as numbers. I'm going to do control and then the tilde sign, and you'll see the functions. So there's the functions, and there's this birthday date over here. I'm going to click it back. Well, there it goes. And so dates are stored as numbers. Actually, day 1 is 1/1/1900. And it's just incremental numbers since then. And there are negative numbers any date before that. So we can do all kinds of mathematical calculations on dates in Excel. But to do this over 18, we just want to say yes if they are over 18, and no if they're not. So we can tell real quick that they were born before 8/29/2000, but if to make it simple to where you could just key in any date if you just had this, and it would tell you yes or no, we're going to write an if function. So if, okay, so the logical test is the birthday greater than the date here, the over 18 date, okay, comma. If it is true, we want it to say yes, and if it's not true, we want it to say no. So that's what those value of true argument, what do you want to happen? What do you want Excel to put in this cell if this logical test is true? Yes. If this logical test is false, we want it to put a no. And did I put my thing backwards? Yes, I did. Okay, so I just put my logical operator backwards. So it's a simple yes or no. So logical test, and it will return yes or return no. So now if we put somebody in there that was like born on 1/1/2010, it's going to say no. So that's a simple if function, has a logical test, and then a value of true and a value of false.